Can you take the question? Sure.
One of the things, obviously, I live in Trenton, New Jersey, and one of the things we're seeing where we live, Philadelphia, places like this, is a growth of folks who are going to the Islamic faith, Muslim faith. We're seeing more women with the veils, etc. One of the things I'm concerned about is the Republican Party is already hemmed in on three sides from the leftists in the sense of what they try to say with the war on women, LGBT groups, black Hispanics. The fourth leg of that is going to be religion. And I think what they're doing, you all spoke to that, I think the film did, about how they're trying to frame the arguments, frame the discussions, and by censorship, they're trying to restrict any honest intellectual debate. And one of the things I'm afraid our party has is really not the guts nor the will to really discuss these issues and bring them into the community and discuss them to people over the air, local media, and are relying on the Fox News of the world to make the arguments. How can we get past that and really get the Republican Party to start making it? Because that's part of our foreign policy, it's part of our national defense structure.
I mean, part of the problem is we don't know how to fight. I mean, you look at every fight that's being waged. I think of them as pillars. We've got capitalism as a pillar. We've got religion as a pillar. And I forget the other. But the left has they have education. They've got the media. And they've got one of those three pillars between the so-called military. So we've got military. And if you look at our pillars, they're all under attack. They have entertainment. I just thought they had. So they've got entertainment, education, academia, and we've got the military, capitalism, and religion, right? And every one of ours is under attack. So, and we don't attack theirs. We're not attacking academia. We're not attacking entertainment. We're not attacking any of it. But boy, they are coming at ours. So I've got a solution that we let Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton make an emo.
I was just going to jump in for a second. That relates a lot to what we do, what Madison Rising does, because framing the argument, a lot of times what the left does is they use emotion, and they use very simplistic emotion. Obviously, when you logically scratch the surface, it becomes a whole different ballgame, but taking the time and the effort to do that is really tough. So what we do is we use music and songs about certain topics to endorse those topics. Like, let's say, Second Amendment, we have a song called Right to Bear, and it's it's one of our most popular songs. And what it is it's a song about the Second Amendment. I demand my right to bear arms, here's why, so on and so forth. And gun rights groups love that, and all sorts of people love that. We have little, not little kids, but relative guys like us, little kids, younger people coming up to us and saying, hey, I can't believe you guys are conservatives, your music is so cool, and I love your songs, I love that song Right to Bear, I don't believe in that. And I'm like, well, you like the song? Yeah, we like the song. So, okay, after they hear it 20, 30, 40, 50 times, maybe they'll start thinking, you know what, I demand my right to bear, it's one of my rights as a free man, and so forth. So I think that what we need to do on the right is start using other methods other than just logic and rational arguments, and that one of the strongest methods is popular culture.
Yeah, I think if I can, this is a really important question, and it's one of the reasons I broke time on my schedule to be here at CPAC. Because I'll tell you that in the conservative movement in the 20th century, after we had all the think tanks grow, etc., and we defeated the Soviets, for all of us, if we put 100 people in a room and I told you 50 of them were socialists and 50 of them were capitalists, we probably to the tune of 98% would figure that out within 15 minutes by asking them the right question. You could all figure out who the socialists were and who the capitalists were. When it comes to Islamists, to me as a conservative, the reason I am by nature anti-Islamist is because the two are incompatible. Conservatism, the belief in small government, the belief in independent rights versus tribalism versus against the theocrats, against all the things that I do and we're doing against the Brotherhood, is incompatible with conservatism. It has some compatibility with leftism, with socialism, it's collectivist, it's nanny state mentality. A lot of that that's why the left has the problem that it has. But when it comes to conservatives, it's incompatible. Now, where we have overlap is on some family value issues and other things, but that is a very easy thing to overcome. Now, the problem is it's not part of our platform of conservatism. There is no litmus test. So as a result, we don't talk about it. And it should be easy to get, and obviously, especially when it comes to the Muslim community, at some point, our movement needs to be able to get 100 Muslims in the room and be able to tell, if I put 50 Islamists and 50 non-Islamists, what they are. Not by putting the Islamists in jail, but by actually trying to have a debate with them about what the issues are, and I can sit with them in 10 minutes and figure out who toes the line and who doesn't. And until we're able to do that as a movement, we haven't done step one. And I talked today about having a Manhattan Project where we get together and start to figure out how to set the standards on ideology, because we need to do it not only in our movement, but in a security perspective for clearances in government, in a media perspective for knowing what the talking heads believe in and what they don't. Academia, they infiltrate. So these are all aspects that we need to do, and CPAC